So yesterday was, I think we can now say, the biggest card in UFC history, UFC 300. Every single moment of this card, except for Aljamain Sterling, was fucking incredible. Every single moment, the new, the old, was awesome. And we just had so many great moments. Unfortunately, Jim Miller got the shit beaten out of him by Bobby Green and lost by a unanimous decision. 29-27 in my opinion, lost that to Bobby Green, but Bobby Green put on a clinic on him. Figueiredo submitted Garbrandt in 2. It's a big win for him. Harrison, who is new and probably will get to that title eventually. We also have Zhang Weili and Yan. Yan was a zombie out there, but she just kept going and eventually made it to the decision. It was crazy. You have Pereira knocking out Hill with the utmost ease, with the funniest moment of him stopping her Dean after getting kicked in the nuts, only to fucking knock him out. That dude is definitely a force to be reckoned with in MMA. Crazy. But there's one moment that took over everything, and I mean everything. And it's knockouts like these that just steal the show. We have seen it with Fox the G, my guy, Fox, coming out there and starching Jay, even if everyone doubted him. And we have another one here, one that probably more of you guys understand than influencer boxing, but we have Max Holloway destroying Justin Gaethje to win the BMF belt, which I'll explain more about later on in a brief synopsis before we get straight into the video. But Max Holloway destroyed Justin Gaethje off the get-go and did everything in his power to win that 300K. Well, he definitely won that 300K and even more, that 600K, while Yuri Prohaska was left to the rest of the 300K, which I honestly think should have gone to either Pereira or Bobby Green. But either way, this man deserves 600K, and it's just crazy how this all worked, because there's only 1 second left after 5 rounds, and he slumps Gaethje. But it's so much more than that, and I'm here to explain it. So let's get right into it. The first thing I need to start off with is just a brief story part about this, at least about the BMF belt for a second. The BMF belt is also known as the baddest motherfucker belt. It looks like this. It's a silver belt. It's kind of neat design, but it's not really taken seriously, and it's not really considered like an actual belt. It's just kind of a fun little belt for like the most thug fighters fighting it out, the baddest of them all. It's always a bloodbath and shit like that. And it was first started with Nate Diaz and Jorge Masvidal, where Jorge Masvidal won. And, you know, I explained last time that I don't think Masvidal is going to beat Diaz in boxing on June 1st or June 9th. And I still stick June 1st. Why did I say June 9th in the video? Oh my god, I am stupid. Okay. I digress. I'm sorry that I fucked that up in the video, but no. I don't think he's gonna beat Nate on the 1st, but here it's like it's MMA, and he did a really good job there. But then after that, it kind of fizzled out, and like there wasn't really like any BMF stuff going on until last year, where we had Justin Gaethje and Dustin Poirier duke it out for their rematch for the belts. And in that first fight, Justin Gaethje got knocked out by Dustin Poirier, or TKO'd, however you want to spin it. And it was a great fight. It was a great performance from Dustin, and everyone would like to see that ran back, so we did. And they both had a pretty good first round. It was kind of a cut or close. I guess you can swing it to Gaethje for that first one. Second round, Gaethje comes out there and shocks everyone by pulling the upset and knocking out Dustin Poirier with a head kick. still breaks my heart to this day. But this will matter more in a second once I get into the story behind this next BMF fight. So Justin Gaethje beats Dustin Poirier for the BMF belt. But what's next for him? What's his first title defense for this new belt? Well, I'll tell you, Max fucking Holloway. Now we get into the meat, the absolute meat of the bone in this whole fight. So, they set up Max Holloway versus Justin Gaethje for this BMF belt. And to start, Max Holloway is one of, if not the greatest fighters of all time. Obviously, we now know him after that as one of the fucking GOATs. But like, he's one of the greatest fighters of all time, and he held onto the featherweight belt against quite a bit of defenses before Volkanovski took it and obviously had it since. So he had a featherweight belt, and he's one of the GOATs. But the thing is, he faced Dustin Poirier twice, once at featherweight and the other time at lightweight for the interim belt, which eventually led Dustin to fighting Khabib. So he faced Max both times. At featherweight, Dustin was the only one to ever finish Max Holloway by submission, which was a great performance. He did fantastic there, and he knew what to do with him. But then years later, in their rematch at lightweight, it was an absolute bloodbath, absolute war, and Dustin ended up pounding him enough to grab the decision. So here's the story here. Justin Gaethje is up 1-1, right? He has 1 loss, 1 win against Dustin Poirier. And then Max Holloway has 2 losses against Poirier. So going into this already, that seems like it's already not fair. One of them already starched the other, and the other got starched by the other. So it's like, oh no, what's going to happen? And also Justin Gaethje seems like such a killer against all these other guys. He like changed Tony Ferguson forever, and then now he knocked out Poirier, and he's just like knocking out people left and right, and it changes their careers forever. Hopefully not with Dustin with this upcoming Islam fight, which I really hope he wins, and I'll explain it at the end with kind of idea I want to put out there, which is really cool. But he's down against Gaethje. This guy is a killer. So everyone, including myself, began to doubt Max Holloway. It's like, he's going up a weight class once again. Is he going to be good here? Is he going to be bad? And is he good at this? So we go into this fight, and we're just all kind of nervous because either we like both guys or we really like Max. I like both guys, but I really like Max a lot. So I was very nervous for this fight. And though this is the true reason why this is so good. So from the start, from the absolute start, Max Holloway was beating Justin Gaethje on the feet. He was outboxing him. He was beating him badly. And I know there's like this shit about the eye pokes and everything. I do believe that's an accident, because why the fuck would he eye poke him just to do what he did later? It didn't really change anything. So there was like a little eye poke accident. So that happened first round. But then the comes out there and spinning heel kicks Justin Gaethje so hard he breaks his nose. And from there, it was just beating after beating after beating after beating until the 4th round, which should have been counted as a knockdown. Justin Gaethje became the first person to ever knock down Max Holloway. And it was kind of like the change of the tide. It was like, oh no, he's getting beat up, but now Max Holloway's down. What's going to happen next? But then the rest of that round and the next round, Max Holloway is beating him on the feet still. And he is going after another, after another, after another. And he wants blood. He wants blood. And then finally, in those last 15 seconds, he points to the center. He points to the center and says, fight me, and let's give him a show at these last few seconds. They're both swinging at each other. But Max is so fast. Max is so powerful. And then, boom! Boom! He flatlines Gaethje with 1 second left. And everyone, including myself, loses their shit. Because here's also one more thing. Justin Gaethje's never been finished. He's been knocked down before, TKO'd, but he's never been flatlined. And then that's the same with Dustin. He was never flatlined before that, he was only TKO'd. So Max just completely redeemed himself in the whole freaking Dustin story. He flatlined Gaethje for that, and it's just nuts. It is just nuts. He flatlined him with 1 second left. And that's the thing. Everyone, including myself, thinks the idea of a baddest motherfucker belt is stupid. Until yesterday, because Max Holloway just showed what it is like to be the baddest motherfucker around. That man was putting on a clinic, dropped, but came back and said, you know what? You get one, I get one. Bah! And just fucking knocks him stiff. Which is just so fucking cool. It is so fucking cool. I love MMA for this reason. Like, you could just, like, show out. So, in the end, Max Holloway just takes over the show and gets that 600,000. And it's just fucking nuts. And it's just insane to me that he's been fighting for as long as he has. And he's only kind of just reaching his prime. Like, did you see Topuria? Did you see that, man? That's not a confident champion right there. You're gonna get fucked, buddy. He realizes it. He realizes it. He is going to get screwed up by Max Holloway. But I'm gonna say something. I don't want that fight because I want something else. Well, not immediately. I obviously want him to go back there, but I want something else here. Now, sit down with me and let's talk. If Dustin Poirier beats Islam Makhachev, can we have a trilogy for the BMF belt and the lightweight belts? Lightweight champion versus BMF champion. Dustin Poirier versus Max Holloway 3. This is what I'm talking about here. The whole story between everyone is there. With Max being down 2, now I guess he's up 1, so he's 1-2. Dustin, I guess now is up 2-1. The whole thing here is that he has the card with Dustin's name on it. He has the card with Max's name on it. Let's do it one last time and see what happens. Because Dustin outclassed Max both times, but Max beat Gaethje so damn easily. It's like, what is going to happen if him and Poirier clash one last time? So I think that should happen if Poirier wins. It would be an amazing, amazing fight. But of course, also I do want to see Ilya versus Max and see if he can get back the featherweight title and keep it for a long time. But he's good at lightweight. He's really, really fucking good at lightweight. So it would be interesting to see that match one last time if Dustin Poirier wins the belt against Islam at 302. But yeah, anyway, that is why Max Holloway is just so cool, so important, so awesome, and why he truly is the baddest motherfucker around. So yeah, anyways guys, thank you so much for watching my little ramble. You know, I was just really excited about the result. So yeah, anyways guys, I'll see you guys in the next video. I feel back, I feel ready. I'm made 2 videos in just 1 week. I'm so excited for the future, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.
Think I won't drop the location, I still got PTSD. Motherfuck the big 3, nigga, it's just big me, nigga, boom. I'm really like that.